I'm gloriously and disgustingly out of shape. At one time, things went rough between me and my lady. Was the best thing that ever happened to me as far as fitness. And now that that's kind of like we're back together now, I think she just makes me fat and unhealthy so that other women don't want me. I think that's what it is. It's got to be some kind of an agenda. She fucking cooks all this fucking ridiculously impractical food, and then she gets mad if I don't eat, and then I eat, and then I get fat. It has nothing at all to do with my drinking. Drinking has no negative effects on your physical fitness. That is an absolute lie that I insist on hanging on to for dear life. I'm almost done with my table. I ran out of primer. It's an aluminum table, so I got to get self-etching primer. I can't do too many of these with this weight because I'm so out of shape. It's disgusting, really. I feel weak. And then I got to paint the back of the table legs. And I got to brush on the color. And then we got to sand out the ridges from the brush because I'm using cheap brushes. And then, with any luck, the sealant will cure overnight. Now it says that it should take 24 to 48 hours before it gets wet. And of course, this table lives out by a pool deck. So I'm sure that'll just go swimmingly, pun intended. So, yeah. Now, my big brain idea is to use a wheel sealer. So it's like a clear coat that you put over painted rims, and it's supposed to resist road grime, brake dust, and some minor abrasion. Now, you know, at a pool deck, it's going to get rained on. It's going to get chlorine water on it. And people are going to put their lunch coolers and whatnot on there and drag it across the surface. So I'm hoping that this holds up pretty well. And with any luck, they'll be happy enough with the product that they'll have us touch up all of them. The caveat is the people at the store, big box hardware store, did a horrible job matching the paint, so it's a shade or two too light. And so because it didn't match, I had to paint the whole table, which is not good. No bueno. So that's a little problematic if we're going to touch up their other tables, because we can't sustainably just keep painting the whole damn table. And so I got to get a better match on the paint for the other tables so I can spot touch them up where they get scratched and whatnot. It's not an ideal situation because aluminum doesn't take paint. So you have to use the self-etching primer. And the self-etching primer is aerosolized out of a rattle can. So I guess if I was to, spot repair like scratches and stuff like that, what I would have to do is tape off all around there and then completely paint over the sprayed on primer. And then, of course, you got to fill in the cracks. And the only thing that I found that does this, because we can't use basically Bondo. I mean, I guess we could, but you don't really want to use Bondo on aluminum. You hit the table real hard and it might just pop off, along with the paint over the top of it. Maybe. So what I was using is this filler primer for automobiles that fills in scratches. It doesn't completely work on deep, big scratches, but on little ones, like hair scratches, it works pretty good. And so I got to buy more of that, keep that in stock. And with any luck, they'll hire us to do other things than just these freaking tables, because my company doesn't even mess with aluminum. Probably for good reason. It's a pain in the butt. No joke. Total pain in the butt. But what can you do? Best you can. That's about all. So that's what we've been working on. And trying to be everywhere at once, of course. Because I'm the lead technician. I'm the only technician. Trying to hire people, but nobody likes to work. Or they just don't think the work we do is worth the money. And nowadays, it could be argued. You get about, I think, $15, $16 an hour at Walmart, stocking shelves. You get about $15, $16 an hour at McDonald's, microwaving burger meat, dropping fries. My job pays a little bit better than that. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you my exact wage, but it's a little better, not much. I do get access to a company vehicle. It's not mine to do whatever I want with, but it saves me gas money. And most of the work I do is in air conditioning. Not all, but most. This particular table project's an outside job because, spray paint and shit. But, I don't know. It's not the worst thing you can do. I'd recommend it. And the cool thing is even chicks can do it. And the shitty thing is even chicks can do it. Which means there's always the chance you're going to have females on your team. And if you've ever been in a construction background being raised in that type of environment, and you go into a corporate environment where there's like HR departments and shit, there goes all your edgy jokes and memes. You're going to get fired. So you got to kind of stuff it deep down inside. And for those of you who are having my X account inflicted upon you, and you wonder why the fuck I'm always so wound up all the time and saying such hot shit, such spicy shit, it's got to come out somewhere. I hold it in all day at work. I'm a very PR-friendly individual, a very politically correct individual on the job. You got to be, because you're working with clients that are occupants of these apartments. I'm working with a corporate structure that pays me, and so I got to behave myself, and I keep my mouth shut. And you'll note that I never talk shit about people that I work for or with on my online persona, because my personal views on social media are not reflected or shared with my employer. When my employer does not share those opinions or approve of them in any way or disapprove of them, because I don't tell them those things. Personal life, professional life, two different things, So I'm a little spicy online because I got to be bland as mayonnaise all day. And it's actually really hard to do that, having grown up in construction, because, you just want to let rip with some funny jokes. And who knew? But 5 minutes ago, we found out that's all highly offensive, and no harm was ever done by these jokes. But now you can't tell a joke that everybody laughed at 15 years ago. It's crazy, and that's why I'm such an asshole on the internet, because it's got to come out somewhere. And usually I go a little extreme with it on the internet. I go a little above and beyond, where I actually operate as far as my personal values and my behavior. But I think that's kind of what the internet's for. It's just a place to just stand out at the canyon and shout epithets just so you can hear them echoed back for the shits and giggles and how naughty it is. I think that's why we all do it. Anyways, I'm going to finish this here beer and go back and put the last coat of paint on. And I'm going to take a flashlight with me because the sun's about to go down. I shouldn't even be here right now, but I had to take another shit. I've been shitty all day. Something I ate yesterday didn't agree with me. There's no bathroom over there. And I needed to start working out again. So I did some stuff this morning. I did some stuff just now. So I'm about 15 minutes of exercise today. Woo! I'm so out of shape. I'm so disgusting. I'm fat. I gotta just start stonewalling my girlfriend and being like, I'm not fucking eating that shit. Cook me something healthier, or just don't fucking cook. Or cook for yourself and you can get as fat as you want. I don't want to be fat. It's not fun being fat. My pants are tight. They shouldn't be tight. I'm back to my old belt notch. I was one notch tighter up until about 5 months ago. And now I'm back out to my old belt notch. So I'm getting fat. It's got to stop. It's got to come to an end. I've got to get back to about 185 pounds. Fuck you all. No, I'm just kidding. Take care.